Alright, y'all, what's going on? Trail 7 Reactions. I guess I've been on like last video I did was an MGK because I would listen to the song yesterday and it really just inspired me to I'm like, you know what? MGK has really contributed to being an inspiration on my channel to be able to react to videos and engage with audiences that you know resonate with MGK as well, and so I wanted to give him props. And then Caskey, I don't think I've actually done a reaction to this video, but this video is kind of what put me on. Like, I'm not exactly sure where I found Caskey, whether it was through MGK or I had heard him first and then I said, oh, he's also got a collab with MGK, that's dope. Or if it came out while I was just getting to know who Caskey was. Yes, this is 9 years ago, and I think Caskey was out a little bit before that, where I heard Words, the one at the laundromat, what the hell is the name of that song? I heard a few before this, so but then I'm like, yo, two these artists are dope, and then and Caskey really shined on this one. So I wanted to give props to both of them here, and do this reaction, and it's one of my favorite songs here by Caskey and MGK, and I wonder if they've ever collaborated after this, because I don't see any other videos. I know they were on Yellow Wolf's album, but they weren't on the same song. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to it, guys. Appreciate you being here. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and yeah, thanks. We're almost at 1,000 videos, so I'm just paying homage to a few artists that I really dig and help me come up. And I think I'm only like 4 or 5 away. I got 3,700 subscribers, and one of my highest videos over 15 or 14K. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah. This is a Caskey song featuring MGK. Yeah. This is when MGK was young, so he was putting out Lace Up, I think, and then the Transient Classics, and then the Black Sheep tapes. No tats on the face. Look at all legit.
Coming on 4 years since my father died. Sometimes I wish it was a homicide. Make the pain a little easier to understand. Self-inflicted wounds be the sins of man. Tens of grams flourish in my pockets on a regular now. And I'm like, word, I ain't smoking regular now. Famous numbers all in my cellular now. Funny, I liked his respected. I
liked his accent and his flow when I first heard him, because he said in the hook, he's like, I puked last night. I was contemplating telling you the truth last night. Hey, like, I liked his whole cadence. I like MGK's cadence. Like, MGK changed the cadence for like tons of rappers, but like, I like Caskey's cadence and the way he delivers.
You to understand, self-inflicted wounds be the sins of man. Tens of grams flourish in my pockets on a regular now. And I'm like, word, I ain't smoking regular now. Famous numbers all in my cellular now. Funny how the more respected I get, the more I'm endowed with the self-loathing. Designer brands frequent on my belt and clothing. They see that it's flashy, and I'm like, word, I see that it's life's failed attempt to try and make me happy.
Right there is where I knew that this dude was gonna really like resonate in a different way than just being a rapper, like, cause he had this extra like thought process of like, yo, I'm trying to get the nice shit too, you know what I mean? But I also see that that's just life's failed attempt to try and make me happy. Like that's just filling the void of something that watch. This
attack me. I mean, my heart got seemed like everything that I could guard.
Watch.
Word. I see that it's life's failed attempt to try and make me happy. When it seemed like everything that I could guard just gonna tag me. I mean, my heart got scars. My car ain't finna start and I'm on my last dollar, man. I've been in the parking lot, barred out, sipping a high life, contemplating taking my life. My vice has always been to try to mimic my father and his decisions, but driving like him just brought me them same collisions, I know.
Again, another fucking dope line, which painted the picture of who Caskey was gonna be as an artist. Not only, like, you know, was he gonna rap, but he was telling a story, and that's why, again, I really dig Caskey's art, because he tells stories and he's deep and metaphorical and he can rap, and like, it's all together. And this right here resonates with me. Like
father and his decisions.
My vice has always been to mimic my father and his decisions, but driving like him only brought me them same collisions. I know. Like, he put driving like him. Like, I'm doing the same thing he's doing, and it brought me collisions in life. He's like, I know I'm doing the same thing, but...
My vice has always been to try to mimic my father and his decisions, but driving like him just brought me them same collisions. I know. When I'm in these large crowds, I get petrified. So excuse me if I step aside. I always had a weak stomach. I puked last night. I was staring at the stars on the roof last night. Hey, man, I always had a weak stomach. I've been out here trying to chill. The drama keep coming. Keep coming. The drama keep coming.
I hope they do another track soon.
Yo, signing to a major label was always a fable. We didn't bank on it. Every table in my house got a drink on it. Alcoholic ambition to try to ease the pain. I ain't had no father figure to try and teach me, man. Rolling around 16 years old on the way to VO Beach. Reminiscing that heat was under my seat for what? I guess I had something to prove. Problem child.
You know, what's cool is that he's not like glorifying having these thoughts or doing these things like this. I mean, there's been times we've all been in compromising situations, myself, you know, whatever, and we're like questioning why we even doing it. You're like, what am I doing? And then to be able to write about it after the fact and become to grips with the fact that I was just insecure and just doing shit that I kind of like thought was cool, and you know, that's just another level of human consciousness that you get to, and then as an artist you get to communicate and share it with people. Like, it doesn't, so you're not like glorifying the bad things, and sometimes artists get to doing that too. They glorify, you know, because it's entertainment. So, you know, again, Rambo is not expected to be Rambo, and Sylvester Stallone is not expected to be Rambo in real life. That's art. But this is just really what separate, to me, Caskey from a bunch of other artists coming up at the same time.
Ain't got nothing to lose, vodka induced, and I'm rolling till my chakras reduced to the bare minimum. On the borderline of being a criminal, becoming a byproduct of all my homies with product for sale. In and out of jail and what it entail. Hail Mary inside a speaker while we bust a right on Georgia Ave. Sitting in the back with a gat, looking for them folk who ride this last week, and we ain't sober. Then I told Pimpin' to pull over. I always had a weak stomach. I puked last night.
And Click Clack, who's one of Caskey's buddies, he's been around obviously ever since way back. They've been friends for a long time, and so he was there. That's when I told Pimpin' to pull over. That's who we call Click Clack, Pimpin'.
And I told Pimpin' to pull over. I always had a weak stomach. I puked last night. I was hanging out the window.
So young, dude.
Last night, hey.
Man,
I
I didn't have any gray hairs when I first started listening to these dudes. I changed a lot over 10 years.
Let some real motherfuckers
keep coming.
Yo, here come MGK.
Y'all know.
Man, I always had a weak stomach.
But listen, hold on. How old, look, at 307 too, you know, Trail 7, 307, I don't know if you know where the origin came from, but 307 is my pager code from way back in the day. I used a pager in 96 and my code was 307. So Trail 7 is what people started calling me when I was rapping and doing music, you know, so 307. And then MGK comes in right at 307, like, it's so dope. People, when I was younger, people would be like, you look like an MGK kind of, like, before MGK was even out, you know, like when he was still coming up. But like, I'm going to share one last thing. When I was doing comedy, somebody introduced me as MGK's dad, and I thought it was fucking hilarious, because they were like, ladies and gentlemen, MGK's dad. I had the man bun or whatever. I had my hair long and shit. Yeah,
Man, I always had a weak stomach.
But fuck that, ain't no time for a sickness when you trying to get it. And all the time in this prison, it's been finding a prism, a way to turn one ray of light into colorful visions. Carry on tradition for everyone who came from the ditches. Rose from the dirt.
God, man, listen. A way to wait. Well, look.
In this prison, it's been finding a prism, a way to turn one ray of light into colorful visions. Carry on tradition for everyone who came from the dishes. Rose from the dirt without a stain though. Insane how some angels hang themselves with their own halo. That's why I lay low. Now my worst enemy is my mind. Stare at a screen and watch these other artists take what is mine. Sit by myself and smoke so much weed that it looks like I'm crying. This life offers a lot, but one thing it does not is rewind. So I proceed forward. And And my standards for this game never lowered. Ever since I became what they said I wouldn't, I've wanted more. Dear Lord, save me from these snakes constricting like boas. Old friends are my doors, industry still ignore us. Landlord on the phone is telling me I can't afford it. I'm 3 months late, feel like a pregnant woman. This chorus cause of my weak stomach.
I puked last night.
Yeah.
I was contemplating
Telling you the truth last night. Hey, man, I always had a weak stomach. I've been out here trying to chill, the drama keep coming. Yeah, keep coming. Yo, and the
drama
keep coming.
My time's gonna come.
Man, I always had a weak stomach.
And the visual, the story of that is that like he instead of doing that, he went home to his girl and his kid, like, you know, like and then I think even was it before or after MGK put out Swing Life Away, and the Swing Life Away had I think that's not the same girl, but like I don't know if it was a follow-up. I don't know. I liked Swing Life Away too. It was kind of about like, you know, going through some hard times. It reminded me of this part right here. Landlords sending us letters like, you know, that we can't pay the rent and shit. And then Swing Life Away kind of mentioned that too. So anyway, if you're a fan of MGK like I am, share your comments with me. Also, Caskey, if you're a fan of Caskey, I need them to do another track soon. I really do. I need to hear Caskey, MGK, and Yellow Wolf on the same track. I just need to hear it on the same. If there is one, tell me, but I don't recall, and I feel like an idiot if there is one, but I don't recall them doing a track together. You know, I think I remember being on he was on Yellow Wolf's last album. Well, not the last album, but when he was on Shady Records. Caskey was on there, Doobie was on there, MGK was on there, 3 6 Mafia was on there. Yo, Yellow Wolf's just fucking the Yellow Wolf's fucking the father. Like, he's just dope. He's dope. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave something in the comments. Let me know what you think of these videos. And I'm headed to 1,000, so I want to shout out to Caskey, MGK, all the artists that let me do their reactions and don't block me, and all that shit. And thank you guys for checking me out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on. We cook your meals, we haul your trash, we connect your calls, we drive your ambulances, we guard you while you sleep. Do not